Radio. We're back with Matt, Pellino, Babycat, the big. I want to say big dog, but I can't because you're the big cat. You're the baby cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It cancels out if it's a dog, So
I know they can't. People can't like roll up to you and be like, "What's up, big dog?" Because you're like, "Hey, I'm a baby cat, man. It's the opposite of everything's opposite."
Yeah, man. It's all fucked up. Can't believe I still have that nickname. Followed me.
Hey, it's all good. But yeah. Pacquiao. Nah, fuck. Why I say Pacquiao? I don't even know why I keep thinking about Pacquiao. Because I think because of that tweet that Pacquiao sent out to Mayweather about like, can't win fights. Talking doesn't win fights or something. Yeah, but running does.
Yeah.
Man, everybody is just chasing the tail, man. Like Pacquiao, all those dudes that's chasing after McGregor, like even Rafael dos Anjos put out some like
people started roasting RDA. They were like, you got knocked out by Eddie Alvarez. Shut up. There are levels to this game. They were roasting the fuck out of RDA.
But you got to.
So RDA said, "Oh, this guy's a one-round fighter." He's like, "You owe me a fight" or something. That was the tweet. And then the first guy below him said, "You lost your belt as soon as you saw it came in." The first reply, and he's like, "I defended my belt against Cerrone. What have you done?" And then he said, "You also got knocked out by Alvarez in one round."
Yeah. Hey, do you think Alvarez is one of like he's really a fighter that timing was fucking perfect for him? Because like you said,
bro, he won.
The USADA came in.
He won 2 split decisions, didn't he?
Yeah.
He won 2 split decisions. I think he beat Melendez, and then he beat Pettis, both by split decision.
And those were ugly fights too.
Yeah, but you know what the thing with Eddie Alvarez is? It's like he still is on the end of his career. Like he's gonna fight Justin Gaethje and get knocked the fuck out.
Oh fuck, that's gonna be bad, man.
Dude, Gaethje's gonna destroy Alvarez.
I know. I don't even know why they put their fight together because I would like to see Gaethje fight like even like Khabib or somebody like that. You know what I mean? You see Khabib jumping on it on the social media too, talk about he wants to fight McGregor in December now. All of a sudden, when fucking Ferguson and Lee are fighting each other for the title, that's some bullshit right there, right?
Khabib can't say anything. He was supposed to fight for the interim belt and just didn't make weight. I mean, at the end of the day, like he had an opportunity and he let it go.
Well,
and,
he's sponsored by tiramisu. Hashtag team tiramisu or whatever. How do you say that shit? Tiramisu or whatever the fuck that is. I'm on that team. I'm on that team.
I'm on that team too, bro. But it's like this, man. It's like MMA more than any other sport in the world is all about opportunities. When these opportunities come, you jump on them. It's either good for you or it's bad for you. If you jump on the opportunity and you lose, no one's gonna second guess you. I mean, look at Conor. He fought Nate Diaz because no one wanted to what's his face? RDA pulled out with 10 days left.
Yeah.
But Diaz won, but no one was giving Conor shit. I mean, they were, but I mean, he fought him on 10 days notice. Up a weight class. So you got to take these opportunities in MMA, especially since there's such a small window to be successful in MMA. I mean, the only one who's been able to do it for a long time with the help of steroids is John Jones.
Yeah. Oh, like you said, like you gotta take advantage of the opportunities, like in MMA, especially in the UFC. And Conor, he's done all of that shit. But at the same time, even if you lose, people still respect you at the end of the day because they don't forget what happened leading up to the fight. It's not like they're just like, oh, like let's talk about the RDA thing. Like how he got knocked out by Alvarez, right? It wasn't like Alvarez took that fight on 2 weeks' notice or a week notice, or he took the fight on a week's notice and got knocked out. It's just USADA came in, like people said, and he looked smaller, and
nah, it's because he came from Evolve. He did his fight camp from Evolve, and then he got knocked the fuck out.
It was that travel jet lag and shit.
It was that Singapore jet lag, He
Oh
had too
shit.
much Singapore chicken rice.
But hey, man, he should be flying first class, right? With your own room and all that shit. On the second deck. It shouldn't be that bad flying. If you
Bro, I don't
balling
know.
out of
I
control,
don't
right?
know, bro. I think, man, how much money do you think he got paid to wear the Evolve T-shirt
Well, that
before?
one time when he wasn't supposed to wear it and he wore it, when the Reebok first came in,
Yeah, he wore it to the weigh-ins still.
yeah, and the UFC was like, "Hey, you think you Joe Rogan or somebody? You can't be wearing that shit, because Joe Rogan be wearing his own shit." But
Yeah, Joe Rogan don't give a fuck.
the thing about Joe Rogan is he's in a position where he doesn't even need the job, so he's just like, like whatever the fuck you can say whatever the fuck you want. I can say whatever the fuck I want, but if you want me to be a commentator, I'll be the commentator. But if you don't want me to be the commentator anymore, then fuck it, I'm out. And that's kind of a,
Yep.
you might like him or you might hate him, but he's a fucking icon in this sport, man. He's the voice of the sport for real. Like, you can't deny that.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Rogan is obviously he's the best commentary guy out there. I think in all of combat sports, I can't stand Mauro Ranallo, whatever his name is.
With
He's
his Ric
fucking
Flair,
horrible.
with his Ric Flair wannabe like expressions.
He's always like he's always trying to like say some funny lines that aren't funny at all. It's like this guy, and he's
Like
got
from
like
the
the like
80s, from the
it's like
80s,
bro,
silent and
yeah, it's like
profiling.
it's like Joe Rogan is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under two people, Reagan Machado or John Jacques Machado and Eddie Bravo. It's like, bro, like he knows what he's talking about. Mauro Ronaldo, he's just so fucking annoying to listen. He's the kind of guy that you see and you just want to punch him in the fucking face. I mean, he might be a nice guy. He's just annoying as shit to listen to. But did you see
um,
Brian Stanton left? That was pretty interesting, eh?
that's pretty big, man. That to be honest with you, he's one of those guys that I like listening to his commentary. The reason why is because he wasn't just kind of giving you analytical shit like Dominic Cruz does, even though Dominic Cruz is pretty good. He would give you like the fucking backstory, like about the fighter. Like he could be like the second fight on the prelims, and he's gonna tell you about his fucking mother that's fucking in the mountains cooking fucking for you know ranchos huevos and shit like for 20 years to get him to like learn jujitsu. Fucking, he came into the UFC and now he's fucking making 5-5. You know what I mean? Like Brian Stan will give you that. And you
He's
gotta
got the
kind of
yeah,
respect that angle that he takes. You know what I mean? Because that's a lot of fucking work.
man. And like the other thing is, it's like, how big is the UFC if Brian Stanton is leaving the UFC commentator job to be a head agent at a real estate thing?
Yeah, like COO or some shit like that. I was
I mean,
reading.
he's probably making fucking bank, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
and he's
he's
starting
probably,
school too.
oh yeah, good
Yeah,
on
I
him.
think he's going to school at the same time. But I could understand why he did that because like if you have a family and if you work for the UFC, you have to work during the week and the whole fucking weekend. So basically, your family is like on the back burners because
Yeah,
you're gonna
man,
be
for
gone
sure.
for a while, man. And the weekends are important because that's when the kids are like, off
Free, they're
school.
free,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for
So,
sure.
so your kids are like, Dad, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, we
Why
gotta,
are
we
you
gotta
doing another UFC event?
exactly.
Yo,
It's like,
fuck.
you ain't taking us. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. And probably the
Yeah,
kids don't care
exactly.
about it anyways. They're like most
Yeah,
kids don't care about the UFC. They're like, fuck the UFC. You know what I
they're
mean?
probably like all American kids. Daddy, take me to T-ball. What the fuck is you doing?
But exactly. But
Oh
yeah, like
fuck.
him leaving was fucked. Um, if we're gonna talk straight up about commentators, right? Mauro Ronaldo, he's kind of like the commentator of like 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
He's
Like
a
he was
Jewish
good
foot.
10 years ago when he was first starting the style that he did, but he hasn't
Nah,
really like
he's a
transitioned.
Jewish foot job. He's a Jewish foot job. I can't
He
stand
hasn't
Mauro.
he hasn't transitioned. He hasn't changed and like upgraded his level. But hey, he does all the boxing though. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like he
nah,
must
I
be
don't give a.
good because if Showtime wants him to commentate all the boxing, he
Well,
must
who
be.
else were they gonna get to commentate the boxing?
You got
The
Max
good
Kellerman.
commentate. He's signed by HBO. He can't do Showtime.
Oh, HBO signed him. I don't know who signed with who because I always see him
I'm
on
pretty.
ESPN.
I mean, I'm sure he works for ESPN, but I'm pretty sure when he does commentary, he's signed to HBO.
Hey, Max Kellerman is a bad motherfucker. Like he knows
Yo,
what he's fucking talking
he
about.
kind of he kind of just tells it how it is, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you ever hear his argument on how even though Mayweather beat Pacquiao, Pacquiao is still better pound for pound, is an awesome argument.
Well,
And he
he
goes on
breaks
to
that shit down, man. He has like 20
yeah,
something years experience.
he goes on to explain like how Pacquiao, started fighting at like 106 pounds. So his natural weight class is a lot lower than Floyd's, but he won all those belts all the way up to 150 something pounds. So what makes Floyd the better fighter is his ability to use his length and his body defensively. And he's just got a physical advantage on Pacquiao. So what Pacquiao's done in the sport is more impressive than what Floyd's done in his mind. Which I mean, when you listen to the way he breaks it down, I mean, even though he lost to Floyd, it's kind of true, you know.
Yeah, but the two things that overshadow that argument is the money that Mayweather's making and the record that he holds of being undefeated. And that's what people will argue to the end of the fucking, Jesus Christ comes down and fucking takes all the sinners to to hell.
Yeah, but Floyd's not top 5 boxers of all time. I don't think so.
But defensively, you don't think that he's,
No, he's
like the
good. Yeah,
best?
I mean,
TBE?
mm, maybe Willie Pep was a little bit better than him
But
defensively.
but then there's the argument like, hey, these are totally different generations. You know what I mean? Like of boxing, you can't not
Well,
really compare. It's like comparing Michael
Floyd.
Jordan to,
Yeah, I mean,
like LeBron.
Floyd never fought anyone in his prime. I mean, who did he fight in his prime? He didn't fight Pacquiao in his prime.
Well, that's why Floyd is one of the best ever. He, not just because he's so good in the ring, he knew how to fucking pick and choose like who and when he was going to fight them because he knew that he was going to beat them. And he almost
This
lost doing that too, though.
Floyd could be one of the best boxers of all time, but like since the growth of MMA, you can't really call boxing fighting.
No,
Do you know what
no,
I'm
no,
saying?
no, no. Not with MMA. No, no. You can't. You can't.
So
It's not even close.
it's just funny when like people are like, oh, or even jujitsu guys are like, oh, I'm going to fight. It's like you're not going to fight.
Yeah,
You're going to roll.
yeah.
Like it's not a fight. You know, like I won my fight today. You didn't fight.
You're
You
gonna
rolled.
compete. You're gonna compete.
Yeah, you're boxing. You know, like the closest form of an actual fight is mixed martial arts. And as you saw today, like Floyd. So the referee can stop the fight for Connor not answering blows.
Hmm.
But when Floyd is getting hit, he's able to turn his back away from the shots
Yeah,
and get the ref to separate them.
yeah,
That's interesting to me, you
yeah.
know?
Well, you know what
So
else was
so so
interesting?
so
Yeah,
there's a defense, and Floyd's great by playing by the
yeah.
rules. But I mean it's like how does that even work? Like in a real fight, if Floyd did that, he'd get kneed in the fucking head, you know? Put his head down,
And he
bang, you're
get his
done.
back taken and choke the
Yeah.
fuck out. That's what would happen.
And I mean, Connor was like on his fucking hip almost for 2 or 3 rounds, man. He's
Yeah.
just hitting him on the side, hit him on the back. I mean, in a sport where you can turn your back to your opponent and get protected like that, it's weak. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
It is weak. And that's why people don't really care about boxing if you watch MMA. And all those motherfuckers out there, Brendan Schaub talking about, like boxing's fucking it's fucking so sick. Watch that shit. It's the best time to watch boxing now. You just broke down exactly why boxing is fucking lame and it's not fighting. Because you can turn your back, you can manipulate the rules to not engage and still win. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, you saw the refs. So I mean, excuse me, you saw the judges' scorecards for the Floyd fight. Only the judges had McGregor winning the first round. The third judge had Floyd winning every other round after. And I understand how defense is an important, but I mean, it's not fighting. Like you can be the best defensive boxer all time, but you don't throw 3 punches in a round and you're gonna win the round. I mean, that's ridiculous.
But people think that the word boxer and the word fighter are like synonyms. They're
So
synonyms to them, like to
and
these words.
I mean, and you can even take it a step further. You didn't even have to talk about MMA. You think Floyd Mayweather could beat Sanchai in a Muay Thai fight? Absolutely not.
No, hell
He
no.
would he would probably get knocked the fuck out, you know?
Dude, Floyd could go fight you could go to a Thai gym right now in Hong Kong, in Korea, and put the best guy that fights for one of the local promotions against Mayweather, and that dude will probably do just as good as McGregor did.
And
Not boxing, but in Muay Thai.
it was so interesting to hear people like saying like, oh, Floyd made MMA look bad, and I saw some people like, oh, with the year of wrestling, Floyd could beat any of the lightweights in the UFC, and I'm just kind of like, how do you how stupid can the world's population be? Like,
Really
I
stupid.
mean, really stupid to even think that Conor had a chance of winning this fight. People don't understand. This weekend was the World Championship in wrestling, and Abdul Rashid Sajulayev, who has never lost at the adult level, gold medalist, 86 kilos, was going up in weight just so he could wrestle Kyle Snyder, American kid, 21 years old as well, Olympic gold medalist at 97 kilos. That was the best event this weekend, not this Floyd McGregor bullshit. Because at the end of the day, they're both competitive. It was a competitive match. I mean, Floyd didn't need to do anything. He was just waiting for Conor to gas out. I mean, you could see it.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, oh, I'm going to wait for him to throw his punches. And Conor's a fucking idiot. If he got knocked out in the 10th or got knocked out in the 4th, who would have given a fuck? I wanted him to just blow his fucking load in the first or second round, just throwing the whole fucking kitchen sink at him.
Yeah, but that's
So
the
I'm going to try.
coaching though, right there. Don't you think? That's the coaches should have been saying. That's why you needed a boxing coach. That was the fucking problem right there. He stayed with his team, and none of them are boxing fucking coaches. They might be a striking coach, but who the fuck really knows his team? You know what I mean? Like his coaches. The only reason you know his coaches now is because he became so fucking famous himself
I
as
mean,
a fighter.
he has the GOAT, Artem Lobov, in his corner.
Oh
Like,
my god. And he's probably yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
the GOAT
talking
in his
about
corner,
riding
bro.
someone's coattails to the end, huh?
Yo, man. Artem Lobov, man, he's the GOAT, bro. He's in the UFC. He's fighting the main event.
He he
He's the
he he
GOAT.
joined the UFC with like almost a 500 record.
Yeah, but bro, Nate Diaz also has almost a 500 record.
Yeah, but he started in the UFC much better. Like this dude got signed with a 500 record.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not hating on the guy. He's good, but I'm just saying, like, it's just funny. Like, the people are so dumb and naive to think that Conor McGregor really had a shot to beat Floyd.
Well, if you've been
Everyone's
watching
like, oh,
combat sports,
he's got a puncher's chance.
yeah,
People forget Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor because Nate Diaz rocked him on the feet.
yeah.
And I'm not even gonna say like, yeah, those are 4-ounce gloves, they're this, they're that. But man, the body system for fighting MMA is a lot different than it is for boxing. And you don't adapt that way within a 3-month period. You can't train a boxing fight camp for 3 months and expect to go out and fight the best pound for pound boxer maybe of this last 10 or 15 years and expect to win. You have to adapt. And you could see after round 6, he just slowed down completely because his body's not used to it. He couldn't adapt. He's carrying around too much weight. The rhythm is a complete different. There's the way the body moves is completely different. The defense, the whole fighting aspect of boxing is different than MMA. Did he have a puncher's chance? Yes. I would have given Conor McGregor a chance of winning if the fight was boxing with 4-ounce gloves, with MMA gloves. Other than that, I mean, there's no really. He's got too much coverage with the gloves. He's
I
got too
think
much coverage.
I think Floyd did a good job of just chilling for a few
Of
rounds
doing what?
and kind
Of
of
doing what?
Floyd
No,
does. Yeah.
Floyd fought like Floyd always does. He's like, all right, I'm going to sit and chill, and then I'm just going to wait for him to get tired, and I'm going to knock him out.
Yeah, but
I mean,
the thing is, like, he did a good job for the viewers. Instead of just coming out and just, doing what he does, like just coming straight forward and trying to take this dude out, he kind of
I
like
thought,
played to the crowd and like said, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a show and like let this dude, do his little, thing and show that, he's pretty decent.
I mean, Floyd got hit with a. It looked like it was a good body shot that he said was low, in the corner, and Connor like backed off, waited for the ref. Man, Connor should have went after him, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I boxing is just so boring to watch
Yeah.
when there's MMA. I mean, fuck, Connor had double underhooks, and it's just like, oh, take that
Yeah.
fucker to the ground and beat his ass, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're gonna separate, and you guys are gonna punch each other with these big gloves on. It's like separating two toddlers fighting with like little punch buddy gloves on. You know
And
what I
then the
mean?
ref has too much control, I believe, in boxing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just
Floyd
too much.
Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather definitely could not go into MMA and starch anyone. I mean, he couldn't knock Connor down. I mean,
Yeah.
he landed Connor. Connor's almost out on his feet. He landed clean on the chin. He still couldn't put him off. Couldn't put him on the ground.
But the thing is, the ref should have let Connor go out on his shield and just let him get knocked down.
Well, I
You
mean, the
know,
thing is, he would have had 8 seconds to get up. If Connor was smart, he should have just took a knee.
I don't know that ref,
It,
man.
it,
In the beginning of the fight when they're in the center of the ring, and he was telling them the rules or reminding them what's going on. He was just looking at Connor the whole fucking time. He didn't even look at Mayweather. He was looking at Connor like, you know the rules, like, you know, like he felt like, motherfucker, you better be ready for me to, execute these rules on your ass because you better not pull some stupid shit. Like he was looking. If you look at the tape, he was looking at Connor the whole time. And now, Connor, he's gonna make this money. They say that they broke the records. I don't believe you. I don't believe you know that right now. You don't know shit like that. You could say whatever. And where the fuck is Dana White? Where the fuck is Dana White? You don't see him anywhere after the fights. Like no interviews. You didn't even see him in the arena, I don't think. You see Connor, you see everybody else, you see Mayweather, you see Mayweather's crew, but you don't
did you
see
watch
Dana
any?
White.
Did you watch any of the other fights?
I just watched the co-main.
I didn't think Gervonta Davis looked good at all.
I don't even know
In
who
my
the fuck that motherfucker is. I just saw the fight
Well, I
because it
mean,
was
it
like
was
coming
funny
up.
because Floyd was like, "Oh, he's going to be the next big pay-per-view star." He didn't
Nah,
fucking look like it. I'll tell you
nah.
that.
A fight that, of course, that's coming up is going to be very damn good boxing match. Even though I don't watch boxing, is the one. It is going to be the Canelo
Can
versus Triple G. You know why?
you know?
Is Triple G is my people's. He's a little bit Korean and shit, so I gotta support that no matter what. You know what I mean?
He's he's from Kazakhstan, isn't he?
I know, but he's like 10%
How,
Korean though. He came out
how
on
do
the
you know
cover
he?
of a magazine in Korea.
Shut up!
Yeah, he was
Shut
on the
up!
cover of Korean magazine.
Yo, I feel like Canelo is going to school Triple G. I don't think it'll be competitive.
Oh, for real? You think so? Because I don't know
I just think
anything like.
I I think Canelo's a little too fast, fighting a little bit better competition. If he doesn't get caught with any big punches, I'm pretty sure he'll cruise to like an 8-4 round decision. That's my opinion. Um, but I mean, like, even then, like, I don't give a shit about boxing at the end of the
Yeah,
day, you know?
we could I could make predictions all day. Like my prediction for this fight was, what happened? 10th round TKO, Mayweather wins. What I wanted to happen was first round KO, McGregor wins, because that would have just threw boxing on his head. But
Yeah,
that's what I wanted in my heart. Because if you're an MMA fan, you cannot like root against McGregor, man. He's like the family member you don't like, but you still got to support the motherfucker because he's
you
he's
said
pushing
you
the
said
same
it.
cause as you.
Yeah, you said it completely right. And I mean, at the end of the day, like, there are some very good strikers in MMA. But I mean, boxing is so like it's just a different sport. You're trained to fight within the rules, you know? It's not a fight, it's a boxing match. And does Floyd do well in an MMA ring? Absolutely not. Connor would fared a lot better in a boxing ring than Floyd would do in an MMA cage.
All right, when you're younger, there was a lot of boxing movies, right? What's the best boxing movie? Because me, I watch all sports movies, no matter what kind of sport it is. I'm watching that motherfucker, right? Boxing too. What's the best boxing movie? Because I watched one recently that I watched a long time ago. Then I just rewatched it, and I was like, man, I got to start rewatching these old like sports movies, these boxing movies, because they're pretty damn good. What's your favorite one?
Probably boxing wise. Yo, I liked Rocky 3.
This motherfucker
Yo,
threw out the Rocky.
yo,
Man, you know what
yo,
though?
he,
I haven't watched any Rockies all the way through at all in my life.
yo, Rocky 3 is awesome. He fights Hulk Hogan and then he fights Mr. T in one movie. How the fuck do you not like that? That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I've seen like big long parts of those movies, but I haven't like sat down and watched all of them in a row. But to
So
me,
what's your
my
favorite?
favorite boxing movie is um the one I think it's called Gladiators. It's the
Is that a
one.
Korean bootleg movie?
No,
What the
it's the one with Gary. I think Gary. I think Gary Busey. I think it's with the one with
Yo,
Gary Busey. He's like the underground promoter, and he gets like the youngsters. And there was like a black kid and a white kid. The white kid is like the main character, and he moves to like Detroit or something. Everybody's like ghetto as motherfucker, and like they. Oh, I think Cuba Gooding Jr. is in that movie. He's
oh,
the
it can't
black
be that
dude.
good then.
Damn, this motherfucker. I think it's called Gladiators. I'm not for sure, but
If
anyways.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is playing an actual black person, it's probably not a
Yeah,
good movie.
back in this was before radio. You remember when he played
Oh,
radio?
yeah,
That
Radio
was,
was good. I liked him in
yeah,
that movie.
that was the Oscar
I,
right there. But
I feel I
yeah,
feel like I feel like what other movie was good? Fighter with Mark Wahlberg was good.
that was all right.
And
Cinderella Man
and
was
Chris
good.
Yeah, Cinderella. I mean, Russell Crowe is a fucking Oscar machine. Gladiator, fucking what's that Mind movie? Beautiful Mind. Every movie fucking Russell Crowe does, he's a fucking Oscar winner, man. It's
You
crazy.
ever seen that Russell Crowe movie where he's a white supremacist? It's the one before he was famous, like because you know he's from Australia, and it's the one about like the white supremacists in Australia when they were like uh attacking the Asians and shit.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you gotta check that motherfucker out. Though I never knew about that movie until like one of my Asian homies came over and he's all like, "Hey man, you don't know Russell Crowe until you watch this white supremacist movie about Russell Crowe." And I was like, "What?" And this is when he was a youngster, like he was like in his early 20s or something like that. So, but it's all good.
Fuck.
But now, yeah, the Mayweather Pacquiao or Mayweather fucking McGregor is over. I'm glad it's over now, man, because I was tired of listening to all the like even me, like I like talking about MMA, but and like we're in like media or whatever. So like you talk about it, but man, I just didn't
You
like
get
hearing.
tired.
Yeah, you get tired of it. It's just too much bullshit. Like if you're
It's
just a spectator and you don't really know much about sports or like combat sports, then you're just watching it and everything's new to you. So you're just like, oh, it's awesome. But when you've been
I mean,
around it for
it was like
years,
it was like McGregor calling Floyd a motherfucker and Floyd calling him a bitch. They calling each other bitch. They sound like it's like it was childish, and not only that, but it's like you're a bitch, but I'm not gonna fight you. We're just gonna hit each other with our hands. I can still tuck my back and run. It's like, well, what are you gonna do about it? If you like man, the best guy was Nate Diaz, man. Nate Diaz had the best response to all of this. He was like, man, fuck Paulie Malignaggi. He's like, he's like, man, he's talking all that shit about you. You should have whooped his ass, threw him down, and beat his ass. And he's like, all these boxers talking all this smoke, all these they called him one-dimensional fucks. It's like it's true. It's like this. He was like, this is real fighting over here. He's like, none of that one-dimensional shit. I mean, to the point, it's true, man. Like, I mean, fuck. There's very little chance. There would have to be that would have to be the matchup. So everyone goes, oh, Ray Mercer knocked out Tim Sylvia. Man, Tim Sylvia has had health problems since he was even in the UFC. In today's age, there's not one boxer in the world that can come to the UFC and beat any of the top 10 guys in their weight class.
there's no way. There's no way.
Zero chance.
There's too many
Zero.
variables. There's too many variables in that cage.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Stefan Struve would get knocked out, but he gets knocked out by everybody.
Yeah, I
Yo,
think he's fighting this weekend.
Stefan Struve is the human knockout highlight. It was so fucking funny. I forget what two heavyweights were fighting. I think it was Mark Hunt versus Dos Anjos or something. And they kept replaying Struve getting knocked out by both guys. I was just like, oh, poor Stefan
Hey,
Struve,
but
man.
he knocked out Stipe though.
He TKO'd him, I think, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah, but
what
that's a young.
what can
I
you
think
say? That's before his heart blew up.
Yo, I think Stipe put him away within a round.
All right. Well, let's move on from this boxing bullshit and let's get into the ONE Championship. Last week you were in
I was in KL.
you was in KL, Malaysia. George was there. I talked to George about it, but now it's good to get somebody else's opinion. What did you think about who did you think was the most impressive? Of course, Martin Nguyen. He,
Nah,
he
I think
came through.
he got lucky, bro. Yo,
You think so?
Gafurov. I'm gonna tell you what happened. All right, and
Mm-hmm.
this is the truth, bro. Man, Gafurov, he got cocky. He had his back. He was and bro, he. I mean, everyone warms up a certain way, but he was doing super hard live rounds for like 20 minutes before his fight. Like
What?
that, like Yusuf Sajulai was trying to like strangle this motherfucker for real in the background. And then like before he went out, he had like two Nest cafes and shit. Just like these two yo, bro. I was like, man, the motherfucker is crazy, yo. The most impressive one is my boy Ting, bro. What are you talking about?
This
Went out
motherfucker's
there,
biased like a motherfucker, man. You gotta
and,
give props to Martin Nguyen, man. He came in there
bro.
and
Bro.
starched him, dude, like face plant.
Yeah. Well, he didn't go in there and start him. He knocked him out in the second round.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, like face planting, face plant knocking out somebody anytime
I
throughout
think
the
it was
fight.
stopped one punch too early though, because Gafurov was still going forward. Like he got hit. He got hit once, but he was coming up. Like Yuji
Yo,
Shimada is the worst,
his
bro. Yeah,
face hit the mat, man. No
yeah,
hands
but
out.
I mean, in MMA you have to ref differently. It's like Frankie Edgar was out like that like 3 times against Gray Maynard. He came back and fucking
This
stole the fight.
motherfucker with the Frankie Edgar all the time.
Yo,
Hey,
Edgar's the goat. Edgar's the goat, bro. Yo, he's the goat,
I
bro.
see you. I
So
see you. I see you.
so check this
But
out. So then everyone's like, oh, people kept asking me, and they're like, oh, would Martin win? How do you think he would do against Ev? Yo, Ev would beat the fucking shit out of Martin Win. That would not even be a fucking fight, bro. Martin Win is good at luring you and then throwing good counter shots, bro. Ev doesn't get hit with punches, and Ev is a way far superior striker than he is. But I think I don't know, man. Martin Win, good for him. You know, I'm happy he won. Gafurov, that's the lesson, bro. In MMA with them 4-ounce gloves, you can't be cocky. I mean, you've seen all the greats. It happened to everyone.
yeah.
I mean, look at Silva, man. He was cocky, got knocked the fuck out. Man, you can't be. He had his back. He was trying. I'm telling you, I think his warm up had something to do with it because we went right
He
out. I
gassed.
mean, we were trying to warm up, bro, and these motherfuckers were just fucking going at it, bro. They were like seriously like doing rounds in the back for like 20 minutes.
Was
Like,
that normal? Have you seen him before in different events doing that?
everyone warms up differently, you know. Like, I don't want to say anything, but bro, they were going hard, man. Like, they were, and that motherfucker had some Nescafe with him. He had some. He was trying to get that caffeine shot right back into him, you know. He was trying to get
But
that shit up,
but there's it's no secret that Gafurov he's a terrible striker, like terrible, and he
bro.
just
But
came in straight with his fucking head chin up high, trying to fucking stand and bang with
but
Martin, and
but bro,
Martin fucking just put
he
him out.
dropped.
I know
Nah,
that. Yeah, that's
he
crazy too.
dropped he
That's
dropped Martin
crazy.
Win in the first round, and he
That's
got
what's
on top.
crazy. He dropped Martin in the first round with some fucking haymaker. What was it? An uppercut? What was it? A hook, left, right hook, or some shit? Like some
Gafurov
wacky ass
hits
fuck.
hard.
Yeah, he hits
Everything he
hard, but it's
throws.
not like he's like a technical striker. You know what I mean? It's not like he goes in there. He's stiff as a motherfucker, man. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, Gafurov, you said his striking sucks, but he still rocked Martin. Yo,
well, striking sucks, and
if
having
if my
power is two different things.
if my boy Ev touches Martin, he's going out, bro.
Well,
Cold, like
well,
he's not
Gafurov
moving.
choked both of those motherfuckers out, right? And
Yeah, but
that's what I thought Gafurov was gonna do from the beginning is not play around, but like you just said, he got too cocky, man, and he thought like, hey, I'm just gonna go out here and like, and knocking Martin down in the first round was actually bad for Gafurov because he
but this
thought,
is the
hey,
thing.
I'm gonna knock this
Yeah,
dude out.
but this is the thing. Also, Gafurov was never unconscious during the fight. Like he got rocked, he got dropped with that overhand, but he was still moving. And when they stopped the fight, he got up like right away. It's not like
Yeah,
I
I
feel
understand
it.
what you're saying. So are you
I,
saying that Gafurov, when he got like knocked down, right? Was it similar to like when Benson Henderson got knocked down by RDA?
it's more like this. It's more like Yuji Shimada is the worst ref of all time.
Oh, well, I agree with
He's
you on that one.
he's too old. He's way too old to be reffing MMA. I mean, in a sport where you need to be quick thinking on your feet, he's too old. I
What is
mean,
he like,
bro, like,
85?
nah, he's not that old. I mean, I know
No,
Asians look young, but he ain't 85.
he ain't
But
85.
nah, he fucking refs like it though. I mean, they for these big fights, man, they need to get Oliver in there and just leave Oliver Cost in there and let
Yeah,
him do
he's
the
doing a
thing.
pretty decent job, that guy. He's kind
No,
of building himself up into a
Oliver's the man.
very good
Oliver's the
ref.
man. He's the best ref outside the UFC, hands like who doesn't work the UFC. He's the best ref in ONE FC
Well,
for
you haven't seen me
sure.
start refing yet. I'm gonna fucking go in there and compete in the refing department too. I'm gonna
Get the
start
fuck
soon.
out
I'm
of here.
gonna start at the local bar. I'm just gonna start at the local fight scene in North Korea and build myself up. You know what I mean? And see what happens with that, you know. But
But
yeah,
man,
yeah.
it's
Oliver, he does a good job. I don't really ever see him make too many mistakes. Of course, everybody makes mistakes, but
bro.
Yuji
The
Shimada,
only
man.
bro. Yuji Shimada is Do you ever see the video of Rob Lucida getting knocked out by Timothy Nastyukin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And but watch it again. Yuji Shimada runs in to stops the fight, and he kicks Rob in the head while he's going to stop the fight. He slides in and kicks him in the head, bro. He's
Well, I
out.
think
This
that
guy
was one of the reasons why they got rid of head kicks or soccer
was
kicks,
you
right?
was Yuji Shimada soccer kicking everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why we get rid of soccer kicks? Fucking Yuji Shimada.
He's
Nah, man.
the one of the worst
Oliver's the
reffing
best ref.
jobs was the Aoki when he was fighting Edward when Aoki lost the belt
He's like, all
against the
right,
Finch.
Aoki.
Yeah,
There's like
he's like
20.
asking like he did you see him? He was looking outside the cage at somebody else, like looking for the signal, like stop the fight or something. It was
Bro,
weird, man. That's some
I've heard some.
conspiracy shit right there.
Bro, it's not. Trust me, I know some shit, bro. I know some shit, bro. I'm
Because
just
he
gonna
was
say
getting his
this.
ass
No,
whooped against that cage.
I'm just gonna say something. I'm not gonna say who, but I know a certain ref was told to stop a fight prematurely before in that ONE FC cage. I
Fuck.
don't know which ref it was, but I know stories, bro. Anyways, the 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 like the fights to make after are interesting. Oh, what I tell you, my boy Gianni Suba, baby, woo,
Hey,
Suba,
Gianni, I don't think they're gonna give him like a title fight, but man,
bro,
I
gay,
wish he would have fought earlier, cause then he could have fought Kairat. To me,
bro,
that would have been a
Kyra,
good fight.
Kyra is fighting Gehe already,
I know, but I'm saying if Gianni fought earlier before Kairat fought for the title, that would have kind of set it up to where he could have fought Kairat in Indonesia instead of the Gehe fight. Because I think
nah.
Gehe will get his ass whooped by Kairat.
Well, no, this is the thing. It, no one wants to see a Kyra Mariah's fight. Those fights were boring. Both of them weren't fun to watch at all.
Mm-hmm.
If Kyra, if Mariah, if Mariah's is waiting, Gianni's the number one contender. He's the only guy Mariah's. He's the only guy Mariah's hasn't fought. The only fight to make is Mariah's versus Suba in Singapore, so I can fly down to Singapore for that shit.
Well, if that happens, I think that if Morales fights Suba, they should have it in Malaysia. They should not have it anywhere else because you're not gonna go to Brazil and do it. So you might as well have it at the place where Suba represents, which is Malaysia, and just throw them in there and let them do the damn thing in the main event. You know
No,
what I mean?
Gianni's gonna knock out Mariah's when they fight.
Well,
100%.
like
Yo,
it's all good, man,
yo,
what you think, but he needs that opportunity. You know what I mean?
yo, yo, yo. So this is what's gonna happen. Gehe's gonna get his ass kicked by Kairat because he's got no ground game. he's gonna get taken down and probably submitted or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. I
So
think he's gonna
so
beat his
so
ass like bad.
so after that, it's like, all right, do we really want to see Kyra Akhmatov fight Adriano Moraes? It's like, nah, let's get some new blood in there. Well, who's the only fucking flyweight that hasn't fought him? Fucking Shibuya fought Moraes tough
Mm-hmm.
in KL. He went all 5 rounds with him. He got on top of him. He reversed him. Man, Gianni got taken down a couple times, but was never in danger. And he rocked him with some big shots in that fight. Threw some big knees to his head on the ground.
He
Man,
almost fucking
man.
soccer kicked him, but missed. So he's lucky he missed on that one, man, because that would have been a big penalty right there.
Bro, Gianni's got a good stylistic matchup for fucking this motherfucker, Moraes. So, like, that's the next fight to make, bro. That was a sick fight. Gianni. And then F Ting needs to fight flying again, bro. I mean, who's F Ting gonna fight? He just put fucking Suzuki away like fucking water. Did you see that wrestling against the cage?
Yeah, Suzuki,
Bro,
he just looked terrible.
He cut through him like hot butter through it, like a knife, hot knife through butter. I mean, who's F Ting supposed to fight next? He's got one fight on his contract. If ONE FC wants to renew him, they got to give him the title shot. He's not going to renew a contract with ONE FC not fighting for the title. Doesn't make sense for him.
This card has so many fights that kind of like changes the landscape of these like weight divisions, because there's so many guys that are coming up. But what about Christian Lee versus Emilio? They both won. They're both featherweights. It's, Emilo's got, a lot of experience outside of ONE. Christian Lee is coming up. He's a youngster. They're both.
I feel like they'll give Christian Lee Henario Benario next.
Henario Benario, the rhyming machine.
I think they're gonna give Christian Lee Henario Benario next.
What about Emilio though? Emilio, where does he go?
They might fuck around and give him Gafurov.
No way.
Yo, you would be surprised. Yo, I'm just saying, like, who could he fight? Maybe Jordan Lucas, the boy from PTT?
Nah. Well, Emilio's got to fight somebody big because he just beat Edward Kelly. And it's not like Edward Kelly is a pushover.
Maybe he fights Boku.
Oh yeah, that would be good. That would be an interesting matchup. Boku.
I don't know, man. Emilio's my boy, and I hope Emilio would win any of the fights he has, just because he's my boy, But like Emilio, both Emilio and Edward got fucked up in that fight. I saw both of their faces in the locker room. They both were fucked up because they both don't move their head, So like fighting a real good boxer like Boku, man, Emilio's got to get that fight to the ground ASAP.
Yeah. Well, then I think these fights, Christian.
How about Boku? Man, Boku needs to fight someone. Man, Boku's probably won like 3 or 4 straight. I mean, fuck.
Well, Boku could fight Ev.
Nah, Boku's too small for Ev, bro. Ev's fighting at 77 walking. So Ev's fighting at lightweight, but he's walking. So that means he's walking around at 77. I think Boku's fighting at 70, which means he's fighting at 65.
Well, Kevin Belingon, you were saying that he could knock out like anybody in the.
Ooh, boy, Kevin Belingon, boy.
Hey, you can't jump on that train until he knocks out Bibiano.
Why not?
He's gotta knock out. You gotta be sitting on the top of the promotion to be going out and jumping out the water like that, talking about he's gonna go and knock
Kevin
out
Belingon. I've been to UFC fights in the backstage. I've been to XFC. I've been to one Bellator fight, all in the back room. I've been to ONE FC, all these fights. Kevin Belingon, I kid you not, for any weight, is the hardest hitting guy I have ever seen. This motherfucker knocked someone out from an over underhook, knocked him flat out on his face. This little guy has so much power in any 4 of his appendages. Not just some people got hard hands, Edson Barbosa has hard kicks. This motherfucking Kevin Belingon, if he hits you square with any four of his motherfucking things, you're going to sleep. Not TKO. You are going to sleep.
Yeah, Reese was on drunk street, like
Bro,
bad.
he cut the corner, and that right hand came in so quick and put him right on his ass. And did you see that ground and pound? They could
Yeah.
have stopped that fight. They could have stopped that fight
Where was
earlier than
Yuji
it.
right there? Where was Yuji Shimada right there?
Bro,
After
I
this?
mean, fuck, dude, fuck, man. And then, yeah, man, fuck.
I
Man,
feel
Bellingham's got
bad
to
for
fight.
Reese because Reese is. I thought that fight was going to be much more competitive. You know, I thought Reese was going to come in a little bit smarter, and I would give Reese the speed advantage. You know, like over Kevin,
You would think so.
but he just came in and fucking hammered him, dude. Like it was it was just terrible, man. Like it was embarrassing. Like you like after that, you would go back to your like team and you wouldn't practice for a little while. You know, you just be at home chilling, like thinking about what had went wrong. And he
Well,
should
I
have
mean,
never grew his hair out.
Reese is
You
a
know what I mean? He should have never.
Reese.
It was the Benson Henderson fucking
Yo, Reese is a black belt. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black
yeah.
belt, bro. Man, he should have took that fight. Man, when you
He's a
fight Kevin
YouTube black
Bellingon,
belt. I heard.
when you fight Kevin Bellingon, you have to fight him like Dae Hwan Kim fought him.
Yeah,
You have to go in there, throw no motherfucking punches, and shoot right away and take him down.
yeah.
Because at any point, he can fucking stop you on the feet at any fucking time.
Yeah, and Reese, his coaches should have told him that, man. Like they should have looked at that Taewon Kim fight and said, "Hey, this guy went in there, beat him. Let's see what we can do, because you know you're a black belt." But that didn't happen, man. Reese was like, "Man, I'm faster. Let me go in there and let me do my little Floyd Mayweather and get and and get my Buster Douglas on." But that didn't happen too well for him. You know what I mean?
Nah, he got fucking starched.
Is he gonna get a
And
rematch with Bibiano? You think that's gonna happen?
who?
What's the word on the street?
Bellingon?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, man, Bibiano is so boring to watch. You just watch because you want him to lose, you know?
And
Like,
he's not even really famous in Asia, to be honest with you. Like nobody really knows who Bibiano is. He's more famous in North America and Brazil, right?
dude, Bibiano's most famous fight is losing to Uriah Faber by getting cut. I mean, that's and that was on like King of the Cage. Like that's his most famous fight, and it was so long ago. I mean, Bibiano's good, but he's got to finish his career out. If he's got to finish his contract out in ONE FC. Um, I don't. There's so many fights to make, yo.
There is, but then there's too many rematches if you look at it.
Well, that's why we need Gianni versus Marias, bro. That's the young blood, bro.
Yeah.
Suma's gonna win,
Well,
bro. I'm telling you.
maybe
Gianni
maybe
knock his
maybe that's
fucking
what they
ass
should
out.
do for all the divisions. Maybe for all the divisions they should just start giving the young up and coming guys a
You think
chance
they'll
at
give
the title.
the did you watch the Christian Lee Keanu Suba fight?
Yeah, that was probably the fight of the night.
Man, Keanu got gassed after the first round apparently. But man,
Well, you saw that. That was apparent that he was gassed.
you saw some big holes in Christian's game though. Like the motherfucker can't fight going backwards at all.
Hmm.
He has absolutely zero striking going backwards. If he ain't moving forward, it ain't good for him when he's going backwards. The difference in that game was Keanu rested against the cage in the second round. He had cut him with some elbows on the ground. Christian got back up, and that's when he had thrown him and then went for the Darson shit.
What about May Oi, man? She fucking came in and
Bro,
took a
she got
hard
fucking
ass
put.
punch.
Yo, Ann Osman is I love Ann. She's great, but she just doesn't have a high fight IQ. It's like, all right, you rock this bitch on the feet, and you're gonna go try and take her down with a double leg that you had no business of shooting. Just let her up, hit her
Yeah,
again. Like
yeah.
she get Ann Osman gassed herself out trying to take her down, and then
She
like
did
the
that
scramble.
fake ass Ronda Rousey hip toss with the neck grab, and got her back taken easy. And it was over after that, man.
Cause bro, it's like, yeah, that fight would never. That fight was amateurish from both parties. Like, yeah,
Hey,
I don't know. There's just no interest in it for me. Like,
well, they're not doing
good
a
for.
very good job trying to make any contenders for Angela Lee, in my opinion. You
Well, how
know.
can you make contenders for her? She don't make weight.
Well, that's a whole other story that we talked about before. Hey, what about Thani? Like they gave him a dude that he should have finished him, but he didn't finish
Bro,
him, man. He just sat there
that
and beat his ass for 3 rounds.
bro, that guy was resilient as fuck. Like, I feel bad for Aguilar, right? He's in a win. He's in a no-win situation. He wins, he beats another Egyptian. He loses. It's like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
lost to an Egyptian. But I mean, Egyptian top team's going strong, man. They try at least. But man, it's like that guy held the body lock on Aguilar the whole fight. I give him props, bro. His grip strength must be hella strong. He
Man,
must be
he's
jerking
fucking
off a
huge.
hella lot. Yo, man, yeah, for sure. Uh,
He
I
on
just
that
don't know where
John Jones diet.
I just don't know where Aguilon goes from here.
Exactly. You don't know where he goes from here. Like, who
Does
does
he
he
go up
fight?
to try? Does he go up to try and fight the guys at 84? Or are they too big for him? Like, it's such a weird spot to be in if you're
Well,
Aguilon.
this wasn't
Because
this fight at 84.
I mean, yeah, so 77, so he weighed in at 84. But I mean, does he go up to fight the guys at 93? So like the 185 guys.
I don't know. There's not much of a division in 185, is there?
No, but there's more fighters. You got like Leandro Atiades. You got a couple Polish guys.
Yeah.
But can he is he? But can he be competitive there?
Well, it doesn't hurt to try, man. He's still young. He only has
Yeah,
one loss to Ben Askren, so what else can you do? You can't just fight like another Sharif Mohammed because that
yeah.
takes you
So that
nowhere in your career, and you never know when you're gonna fight again. It's
yeah.
surprising that
So
Kyrok got to fight so fast after he lost the title. Like
yeah,
that fight's in like 3 weeks.
true.
And you know what's crazy about that card? That's the only fight that they announced on that card. The rest of it is like you don't even know who's on that thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fucking whack,
So
but
so
But
then
to
they
me,
have
I want. This is what I want now. Let's fights to make from the fighters on this card. I want Martin to fight Ev. Ev go back down to featherweight, fight him. Why not? Why? Because I think that's a fucking crazy ass matchup, and do it in Australia.
bro.
Go to
One FC's
Australia.
not going. One FC's not going to fucking Australia.
Hey
Get
man,
the
I'm
fuck out of
I'm
here,
make I'm fucking
bro.
ONE FC fucking
Martin Nguyen.
matchmaker right now. Go to
Martin Nguyen.
Australia.
Did you see Martin Nguyen? So basically, like
He
he was
called out
holding up the.
Bibiano.
Nah, he was holding out like so when he walked out, he was holding up the Vietnam flag. That was like the American Vietnam side. So like apparently it was a big deal. So like going against the Vietnamese government.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so they're not going to Vietnam anytime soon. I don't think.
Well, that also happened with the dude from the UFC, the first Laotian fighter from the UFC in the UFC. Like there's like two sides to Laos too, and he's like part of one side, and like people talk shit to him online from the other side, and like it's like he's from America too, man. It's like come on, let the dude do his thing. He's representing Laos, just like Martin. He's representing Vietnam, man. It's I don't think he's getting that deep into it politically
Nah, I don't.
to
I
where
don't
he's
even think
holding
he
like
knew
one
about it.
flag.
Of
You know what I mean?
course, it was just funny to hear the backlash about it. But I mean, it's like this, bro. It's like ever. Okay, so ever smart and win.
Yeah,
Who else?
why not? Um,
What other fights?
I think they should give Kevin a rematch against Bibiano because it seems like there's nobody else that's gonna come in the bantamweight division, right? You might as well do
Bro,
that. And to be honest with you, if Kevin knocks out Bibiano and then and one gets rid of Bibiano, like out of the promotion, I don't think they would even that wouldn't even be a big hit to one. To be honest with you, that's actually better to have Kevin as the champion because now you
For
have
sure.
Filipino champion, another Filipino champion, which is a huge fucking market in Asia, probably the biggest market for ONE Championship, right? So and
Yeah.
your like you said, your boy Gianni, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. They're gonna probably not gonna give him the title shot. And Christian, I still think Christian should fight Emilio. Why not? You know what I mean? Like give him a shot. I think giving him like Hanario Bonario, I guess that would be good too. Why not? You know what I mean? Like to be honest with you, like I want to see championship fights, and the championship fights is Martin versus Ev. Like that's the championship fight. Two Asians going crazy at each other in Australia, neutral ground. It's why not, man? Like let's
Yo,
do it.
it's a Kiwi versus an Australian guy too.
Exactly,
It's
they're
crazy.
gang banging out there, right? One's
Yo,
throwing
they're gonna be.
kiwis, the other one's throwing fucking koala bears. I don't know, right? But did you see the thing where Martin was saying that he came in way under for this fight, like when he weighed in? Martin said this, and he said that he could probably just, if he did the best diet, he could drop down to bantamweight and fight Bibiano and maybe become a two-weight champion in one,
Yo, yeah,
which will
he's
never
smart.
happen. Like, I
He's
don't
smart
believe.
because he don't want to go up and fight Ev. Ev will dust his ass, boy. Woo! Yo, yo, that fight won't go past the second round. Ev would knock Martin Win the fuck out.
Well, that's
Ev
why I want
just
to see it. I want to see if you're right. I want to see if Ev will knock out Martin. I think Martin has a very good chance, and I believe Martin has more power than Ev.
no,
You know?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yo, what are you talking about? Yo, Martin Win couldn't knock out Christian Lee flat on his ass. He rocked Christian, but he didn't knock him out. If Ev were to fight Christian Lee, just think about Ev fighting Christian Lee.
Hey, that would be a good
Ev would
fight
turn
too.
Ev would turn Christian Lee's lights out within the first minute, undoubtedly.
Hey,
If Christian Lee blitz Ev like he blitzed Keanu, yo, Ev would Ev would knock him the fuck out.
hey,
Like yo,
what's
Angela Lee would have to come in with her mop and with
with
Bruno
the
Pucci,
stretcher? With the stretcher?
they would have to carry him out, bro.
They would get the
I mean, I'm not
stretcher with the evolve symbol on it, like
yeah.
yeah,
I'm not hating on Christian or
yeah.
whatever, but bro, Martin Win is a counter puncher. He ain't gonna counter punch Ev, man. Like Ev's too good, man. Like
You see,
Ev's
you
too
make a good
Ev's too good
argument
for
for
him,
them to fight. You
bro.
make
That's the
because I
fight,
love Ev
yo.
too. Ev is fucking a sick individual. Like
How
he can throw down like a
how is
motherfucker.
how is Martin gonna not? How is Martin gonna beat Ev?
The same way he beat fucking Gafurov.
No. Gafarov's a different fighter though.
I
Ev
know he
moves
is.
on the feet.
Yeah.
Martin Win is a counter puncher. Man, you can't counter punch what you can't hit, bro. Ev's too good, man. Like, yo, like
You acting like Ev Ting is like Muhammad Ali or some shit. Like he's floating like a
bro,
butterfly.
Ev Ting, I believe, and it's just not my. It's not just because he's my boy, but like when you look at him as a fighter,
Well,
he is
50%
he is
because he's your boy.
he's the most well-rounded. He's the most well-rounded guy outside the UFC in the
Damn,
world right now,
you're fucking. That's a big statement right there. Like he's the most well-rounded guy outside the UFC.
bro. He's
'Cause
got sick
there's
jujitsu.
millions of
Yo,
fighters out there.
yeah, but I mean, yo, if Ev were to fight Aquan Soul, Ev would knock his ass out too. One round, bro. Yo,
I want to
I
see
know,
that fight too.
I know
I
he's your
wish Ev
Korean
would go over
homeboy,
there.
bro. But Ev would knock him out, bro. It wouldn't even be a fight, bro.
Hey,
Ev would,
hey, if I was gonna bet, I would take Ev on that fight. To be honest with you.
yeah. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Like
Yeah.
all the guys I grew up with, they're all doing big things, man. Gianni's gonna win the belt. Ev's gonna win the belt. Yo, they're gonna win the belt. They're gonna defend it maybe once, twice, three times, and then they're gonna be like, peace. You can go to UFC. Gianni's gonna steal DJ's soul, and then Ev is gonna knock out someone. Right? You know who would be a sick fight? Ev versus Justin Gaethje. You want to talk about like styles? That would be a good fight.
Fuck, man, Gaethje's a fucking zombie for real. Like,
That's why
but
it would be a good fight.
yeah. Like to be honest with you, when Gaethje was a free agent, I don't understand why. If ONE Championship has all this fucking money, How come they can't sign a dude like Gaethje? You know, like they signed Askren
bro, why would Gaethje go?
for the money.
Nah, he's making more in the UFC, bro.
You
Man, you
think
got to
so?
remember, bro. I mean, in the UFC, if you win, you can always add 50K to it, maybe,
Mm,
possibly. So if you're making 100,000, you could be making 150,000. You never know, you know.
yeah. That's also true too, but I'm saying like if you're over here and you get a contract for like 250 a fight, say like Gaethje would negotiate 250 a fight, why not come over here and fight for a little while and fight like
Because
4 times, make $1 million, get some sponsors. Why not?
I
You know what
don't
I mean?
know. Yeah. I mean, but maybe he's got. I mean, he's the ultimate fighter now. Everything worked out for him.
But you know what I heard, from the bird on the street, from the on the grapevines, is that they were trying to get Justin Gaethje for that $1 million tournament,
Yo, he
but
would have
he was
destroyed. He
too.
would have just.
I
He
know,
would have
but I would
just.
have loved for him to come over here to
He
Asia
would have
and fight.
destroyed everyone.
I
And
know.
bro, Justin Gaethje's a fucking animal, bro. Like that. But that's why him and Ev would be a good fight. They would just sit in the pocket and throw fucking down.
But at the end of the day, that shit ain't gonna happen. But what can happen is Ev fighting Martin Nguyen. Let's make that shit happen. Do you think Martin Nguyen can beat Bibiano?
Bro, Mario Nguyen got lucky as fuck by knocking out Gafurov.
Okay, so you believe that's not gonna happen.
No, I mean Mario Nguyen's good. Like I'm not hating on him, but like
Yeah.
you can't put
Well,
him in the same class as Ev. I mean,
we just talked about
it,
Bibiano, motherfucker.
yo, but who wants to talk about Viviano? Like he's a non-factor.
Well,
Like
Martin called out Bibiano from what I heard.
yeah, cause he's dodging Ev. I told you, bro. Like
Okay.
Martin's
I see the
dodging
whole
him, bro.
drama right there. I see the drama
Yeah,
right there.
bro.
And Ev
He
was in
doesn't.
the
He doesn't.
back waiting. Was Ev in the back like waiting for Martin like after he won? He's all
Yo,
like,
no,
"What's
no,
up?
no.
Let's get it cracking."
So after the fight, Ev was doing like these interviews, and then Martin came in. They're like, "Oh, Ev, could you let Martin do his interviews first?" And then Ev's like, "Fuck you guys," and left the arena.
Yeah, I would have said fuck you guys too, man. What the fuck? You're doing the
Bro,
interviews already.
I'm telling you, like this is just like, yo, Ev would put Martin Wynn to fucking sleep, bro. Guillotine, knockout, however it is. In ONE FC's rule sets, Ev would destroy him, bro. He'd destroy him.
All right. Well, this coming up weekend, they're having a ONE Championship in Shanghai with Ben Askren. He's fighting
Who
Sebastian.
gives a fuck? I
You
mean,
don't give a fuck about this fight?
nah, bro, come on. Like
Well, people said
Sebastian,
even Gafurov, it's to me, it's like a very similar fight to Gafurov and fucking Martin Nguyen. Like you
no,
got
it's
a
not.
striker,
No, no,
basically a
no, it's not,
striker coming in, fighting the champion who is a grappler. But
bro.
I understand Ben Askren is like the
Bro, Ben
Ben Askren is
Askren,
like the Floyd Mayweather of fucking grappling, basically.
no, Ben Askren will take this guy down, pass, and choke him out within the first round. It'll be a first round submission.
You don't think he's gonna play with him?
No, why would he play with it? Sebastian is big and he's strong and he punches hard,
Mm-hmm.
but bro, he is. It's just that there's just too many different levels to this game. Like when you, he's
But you
not
know what's
look,
interesting?
but look who he's been fighting. Even
But you know
he
what's
beat Sap.
interesting? Listen to this.
Well,
Ben Askren, he's only fought once a year since he signed with ONE Championship. Once a year. No, he fought twice in 2014, right? But he's only fought once a year. And this time he's fighting 3 months after his last fight.
he's probably trying to finish his contract.
Yeah, that's what I think I think he's trying to get back to Bellator, dude. That's my prediction. I think he's trying to get back to Bellator because now Bellator is run by some decent people, and he could go over there and become fucking big, especially in that welterweight division where he already beat all the top dudes. He already beat all the top dudes. Did you see Korskev? He fucking destroyed Chitty Bang Bang or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, bro. And man, Ben Askren needs to go to the UFC already, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I wish he would go to UFC too. Um, if he doesn't go to UFC, going to Bellator would be bad either because he could fight Roy McDonald, Lorenz Larkin. There's a lot of good fights. Even that Roy McDonald fight is good. You know what I mean? Like, why
Yo,
not?
I remember he was like, I would retire if I lost to Rory McDonald. Is what he said. He's such a Ben Askren is such a savage, bro. He says some funny ass shit.
Well, the thing is, he says things, and you kind of have to believe him. The reason why is because he's never lost. There's no doubt in his mind. And do you think that makes him lazy? It could, man, because he seems like he's getting fatter and fatter every time he fights. Don't you think?
But he's also finishing people. So like, how can you, like, man?
Yeah, but it just takes one dude to come in hungrier than ever to take him out, man. And he didn't expect it.
It's not gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you, Ben Askren's too high level. His wrestling's too good. Like, at some point during the fight, he's gonna get you down, and you have to have extremely, extremely good jiu-jitsu to either hold him off or get him back up.
Do you think Sebastian, right? If he does win this fight, if he does, how do you think he could beat Ben Askren?
So what will happen is Ben Askren will take a shot, and he'll get his foot caught on the cage and break it, and he'll win by doctor stoppage TKO.
Damn, that's not a good fucking way to win right there.
That's the only way he wins, bro. Like, the only way he wins is if Ben Askren hurts himself trying to beat his ass.
Fuck, that's not much faith, man. Like, to me, I think he has a chance, man. Why not?
Bro,
he has power.
He has as much chance as rolling a 7 on a 6-sided dice.
Damn. You're just shedding all over him right now. Just all over your body.
It's 0, bro.
All over his chest. Damn, man. Like,
that's savage. I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad, bro.
Hey, what about your boy Amir Khan? He's fighting on here. Like, there's a lot of like.
Wait, when did he become my boy?
I don't know, because he's from Evolve.
Yo, I'm not. Fuck you. Yeah. No, man. Who else? Jadamba's fighting on the card as well.
Yeah, Jadamba. He's fighting at lightweight.
He's fighting Japanese guy.
Yeah, he's fighting Tetsuya Yamada.
Yo, they can do Jadamba versus Ev.
That would be a good fight too. But I think Yamada has a chance to beat Jadamba. Yamada's coming up. He has one fight and won, which was like 2 years ago.
He lost to Edward.
Yeah, he lost to Edward by decision, and then he fought outside the promotion for I think 7 fights. He's 6-1 since that loss, and he's fought like 4 times this year already, and he just beat Wu Heoten, the Kunlun fight champion. He just beat him in his last fight.
Who the fuck knows what Kunlun is? That's a fucking weird promotion, eh?
Well, they're having an event this week.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck, right? I mean, like, Kunlun is like, they got great fighters, but I mean, do you actually watch Kunlun? No, you don't fucking care.
But I follow what happens though.
Yeah, you follow what happens. You find out about it like 2 weeks later.
That's what sucks though about Kunlun, because they don't allow you access to the because you gotta get your VPN game in, and you gotta fucking get the timing right. But this Kunlun fight that they have coming up, which is a little bit different because they have a Kunlun fight and then they have a Kunlun fight MMA, which is just all MMA. What's crazy about the Kunlun fight MMA, which is this week, I think, on like Tuesday or Wednesday, they have all Chinese fighters on one side, on the red corner, and then the blue corner is all foreigners, all of them. There's no Chinese versus Chinese. So like, there's a girl, there's a strawweight. There's a strawweight in Wai Lei Zhang. She's a strawweight in the Kunlun. She's the champion.
She's buff as fuck, right?
Yeah, I saw her fight live in like a couple months ago in Korea. She won the TFC title, strawweight title in Korea too when she came, and she has sick ass stand up. She should be fighting Angela Lee, man. That would be a good fight. Like that would be actually a legit challenger for Angela.
But
Even though Angela Lee's way bigger than her, because I just saw her
well,
in person.
yeah, I saw Angela Lee too. Oh my God,
She's massive.
she probably weighed more than Christian.
God, and Christian's skinny though. That fool's like the new generation skinny jeans wearing motherfucker, right? But
I don't know, bro. Yeah, bro. I don't know.
but Jadamba, he's old as fuck though.
That motherfucker is
Like he's
climbing
like my
mountains and
age.
shit.
He's like my age and shit. He's old as fuck, right? So he doesn't have many years left, and he's
I
fighting
feel like
Yamada, who is young. So I think
I feel
Yamada
like
takes it.
I feel like my parting words for like this last topic is like Ben Askren's gonna kill Kadesam, and like at the end of the day, the rest of the card, 99.99998% of the world's population can give a fuck about.
That's true. That's true. The to me, I think that the Askren fight, it's Askren, so you're gonna watch him fight. Jadamba and Yamada, that's an interesting fight for me because uh Jadamba is old as fuck and he's a former champion, but he's moving up to lightweight, and Yamada's coming back for his. I think it's his second fight on his contract, which is I think he only signed like from what he told me was he had like a 2-year contract. So this fight is over, his contract is over basically. It was like a time limit contract. Do you know
Oh,
about those?
nah, I mean that's cool. I mean, ONE FC's got the weirdest fucking contracts in the world. So
And
I
then the
mean,
rest is just a bunch of fucking Chinese dudes. There's a dude on the card. His name is dude is fucking a weird ass. It's like 15 fucking words.
it's probably Mongolian then.
I don't know. I think he's Chinese, but I don't know, man. It's like 15 words. There's some like females fighting also. Mona Samir. But most of the fighters are like debuting, or their record is like 2-1, 2-2, 0-2, 0-1, 4-5.
And that's why ONE FC should make an amateur league for shit like this and stop
They should
calling it
make
professional.
undercards. Yeah, they should make
Because
undercards and separate it from the main cards. Correct?
it's embarrassing for the rest of the professional guys who don't get the opportunity to fight on such a big event, and to call these professional fights, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, because I like how Road does it. Road has like a prelim like
They
card.
do Young
Yeah,
Guns, and
Young
then
Guns, and those fights are fucking good. If you ever watch some of the gifts that they come out of those fights, those dudes fucking bang. So, yeah, I think one should probably end up doing that. But anyways, parting words. You say Askren wins. You don't give a fuck about everything else. All right, man. We'll catch you on the other
man,
side. And
yo,
hey, Golden Warriors, when's that happening?
September 9th. We'll try to get another one in before.
All right, man. So take care. Ben Askren all
Take
day.
care.
All right.
I like that hat better than the other one.
All
Yo,
right.
parting words. F Ting would sleep Martin win. Super quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get F Ting on here. It's gonna be you, me, and F Ting on the. No, you, me, and Martin the Win on the next podcast.
I ain't scared, bro.
All right.
I mean, you knocked out Gafurov, bro, but like you're getting slept, bro. Like you're going back to Brisbane or wherever you're going down under, 6 feet down under.
For sure.
You're getting slept, bro.
All right, parting words. Next ONE Championship. F Ting versus Martin the Win in Australia. Let's do that shit. Peace.